So I was thinking, sometimes you don't know what you're actually good at until you release yourself from a little embarrassment and judgment and actually just experiment. I didn't know I could cook. Like, I can cook, like, savory and sweet, until I was 43 years old. And then that was when I first actually let myself get creative in the kitchen. I'd always been, I'm good at food, I'm good at flavors, but I wasn't really, I didn't cook for lots of people. I didn't have that kind of confidence. And so while I was dating the Italian, he actually was cooking for us a lot at the beginning of our relationship. And of course, with Italians, much with Indians as well. Like, food is very much a love language. And he'd been cooking for about a month or two, and I put on a little weight. I was feeling very curvy and sexy, but I was a little sick of pasta and very plain meats, and so I was always jazzing them up myself with different sauces and concoctions. And I had some like Indian chutneys and different other things that I would like spice it up. That wasn't quite enough, and I had time on my hands, and so one day we were coming home from running errands, and I was like, you know what, I got dinner, don't worry about it. And of course he was really excited. He was like, what, really? And I was like, yeah, I got this. I also suffer from being overly confident about things I sometimes have no right to be, but I was like, dinner done. And so we get back, and I'm like defrosting tilapia. I know nothing about cooking fish. I've never cooked fish in my life until that very night. I don't know why that's when I decided to give it a shot. And there were different like sauces that I had, and there was one, I'm East African Indian, and so like our food is like, it's very different from like regular Indian food. East African Indian food's like very spicy and loud, and it has a lot of like lime and salt, and it uses different vegetables, and it's a whole different style of culinary cooking, and that's what I grew up on. And there's this thing called Lesani chutney, and I think everyone uses it though, and it's like red chilies, like raw red chilies, a ton of garlic, lemon, lime, salt, and you're basically only supposed to use it in tiny amounts. But of course, I have two settings, on or off. There's nothing in between. And so I'm overly confident, as I am. I'm just heaping spoonfuls of this into the pan with the tilapia, and I can't remember, some vegetables I had thrown in, thinking I was doing some weird like tilapia stir fry or something. I have no idea what my goal was. I had no vision when I began that meal. And so anyway, I basically can sense just how my eyes and my nose are reacting, and the fan is reacting above the stove, that I have gone overboard. And lo and behold, this meal is obscenely spicy. It is a crime against humanity. And I mean, and I have a spicy tongue in more ways than one. Like, I can roll with big dogs. I eat like local spicy, like Thai street food, and I can roll. But this was a debacle. But like a gentleman, he finished the entire meal. He was very grateful. He thanked me very much for cooking. We knew that I had completely made an ass of myself, and like, he teased me about it a bit, but he didn't really rub it in my face. But actually, because he was so kind about it, I wanted to keep experimenting. I knew my first try was an epic fail, but I wasn't dissuaded thanks to his kindness. And so I started spending more time, and I was on TikTok a lot, and so I was watching like food talk and picking up little tricks of the trade here and there. And literally from like 0 to 2 months, I was cooking for dinner parties. I was making 3 courses from scratch in an hour and a half, and they were all good. I was doing starters, I was doing mains, I was doing desserts. Like, I had game. In like 4 months, I was thinking about doing a culinary business. Like, you have no idea what you're actually good at until you just like relax a little, embarrass yourself sometimes. But like, it's a new talent I didn't know I had.